And we are going to see about ng submit directive. ng submit directive in AngularJS is used to bind a function to the submit event of an HTML form. It allows you to execute a function when the form is submitted by the user, typically by pressing the enter key or clicking a submit button. Key concepts: form submission. ng submit provides a way to handle form submission in AngularJS application without relying on traditional JavaScript event handler, preventing default actions. When a form is submitted using ng submit, AngularJS prevents the default form submission behavior, which involves navigating to a new page or reloading the current page. Scope interaction. The function specified in ng submit can interact with scope of AngularJS controller, allowing you to access form data, perform validation, and trigger further actions based on the form submission. Let's see how a form submission can be happen using ng submit. Inside body, I am going to create a div ng app equal to my app ng controller equal to next h2 next I am going to create a form with ng submit. Form ng submit equal to submit form function. Next I am going to give a label for name and I am going to create an input of type text and I am going to give an ID as name and I am going to give a ng model form data dot name and then it is required. Next I am going to give a line break. Next I am going to create another label for email. Next I am going to create an input with type email and ID as email and ng model form data dot email and then required. Next I am going to give a line break. Next I am going to create a button submit and type as submit. When I click on submit, after the form I am going to create a div for displaying submitted data. Div ng if submitted. Next I am going to have a h3 submitted data and I'm going to create a P with name and then form data dot name. Same like that, I'm going to create another P for email. Form data dot email. Next, I am going to create a script tag. I am going to define an Angular module. Angular module my app, empty array. Next, I am going to define the controller. And a function for scope. Now I am going to initialize a form data scope dot form data equal to empty object. Next, I am going to create a function to handle form submission. Scope dot submit form equal to function next I am going to set submit flag to true. Scope dot submitted equal to true. If I save this and if I run this code, name is Sai Teja, and if I press submit, see my name is getting and I am getting my email. Like this, we are getting a form with ng submit. We have defined an Angular module called my app and a controller called my control CTRL. Inside the controller, we initialized an object named form data to store the data submitted in the user. We use the ng submit directive to bind the submit form function to the form submit event. When the form is submitted, this function sets the submitted flag to true. The form contains input field for the username and email with the ng model directive, binding the input values to the form data object. When the form is submitted, the submitted data is displayed below the form. When you run the code in a browser and submitted form, you will see the submitted data displayed below the form, demonstrating the usage of ng submit directive to handle form submission in AngularJS application. Thank you.